One of the first and biggest mindset shifts that helps when it comes to shining is to realize that you are not responsible for managing everyone else's emotions. I know it can be hard because so many of us, especially if you're an empathetic, compassionate person, you grow up trying to make sure that everyone around you feels comfortable, feels appreciated, feels heard, feels safe, feels like you're making them proud. And so what that amounts to over decades is often someone feeling like they can anticipate the reactions of others before they even say them. They can detect the slightest twinge of a facial movement or a pause in a conversation and realize what that means. And it's like you become so attuned to figuring out and predicting the emotional experience of other people that you don't even realize you're doing it. And you don't even realize that it's something that you're quickly processing before you even go out and say what you want to say or have your opinion. So a big thing for me to remember when it comes to shining is I am not and you are not responsible for managing anyone else's emotions. You are allowed to show up authentically as the human that you are, the only one of you that will ever exist in this exact same way through all of human history. And it's not on you to handle and preempt how every other human around you feels about it. Of course, you're not trying to be mean or to hurt anyone else's feelings, but that's not who you are. If you're here watching this, that is not the kind of person you're trying to be. So you're more so trying to show up in a genuine way. What you have to remember is these are other adults. These are other empowered adults who are allowed to also feel however they feel about the way you show up. But it's not on you to manage that or to predict it or to counteract it. It's on them to navigate how they feel about you showing up in the way that is most authentically you. And they can do whatever they need to do to feel better about that. If they need to have a conversation with you or someone else, they can do that. If they need to talk to a therapist about it, if they need to look at their own internal beliefs and realize what's going on for them, that's fine, but that's not on you. So for me, it's been really helpful to separate if I'm showing up in the most genuine, kindest, authentic way possible, and it just so happens to ruffle a few feathers, or people happen to have a different experience than me and a different perception, that's fine, but that's not on me to figure out. That's on them to go and figure out. The only thing I can control is doing things my way. It really helps me to remember, when I was writing my book, for example, or, on my podcast episodes, I probably do have different opinions than some of my family members, definitely some of my old friends. And what I always think is, if they want to write a book or have a podcast or a YouTube channel, they can go share their opinions on it. This is my channel. This is my art I'm making for the world. So of course it's going to reflect my most true opinions. And it's not on me to write a book or share a podcast around everyone else in the world and their life and their perspective of the world. They get to go and share their worldview anywhere they would like as well. This is my art and this is my channel, and this is where I get to share my perspective of how things happen. And so same for you. They can go handle it in their own way. They are adults. They can go get the help they need. They can go have a conversation. They can go rework their own beliefs or look at their own mindset around it. They can share their own path with the world if they so choose to, but it should not reflect onto you and be something that you feel like you're constantly holding or operating around. So that's mindset shift number one, and I'll include some journal prompts below.